yourself, you are perfect, whole, and complete. It is 7 a.m., 7:03 in the morning. And I want to say, first of all, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday need love too, okay? Everybody need love, even the days. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're well. So I'm going to wait for some people to get on. I was on Afrocentrichomedesign, but I realized the channel I really want to be on is this channel. And I want to tell you about my walk into forgiveness. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm walking into forgiveness, and it's something that I think I needed, and it happened for me, and it changed everything. And I think I was already moving towards a more forgiving place when I started putting things in perspective. So it's been 21 days since I first heard the news that is marrying someone else. And I was myself about where I was, and at the time of who I am and what I really want, right? And I saw this video, Hey Ronay, I saw this video with him and his new woman. And it was something, I guess it's when they got engaged. And well, first of all, well, I laughed so much. I said, life is just so funny. Life is just so beautifully, absolutely hilarious. You gotta laugh. And I have a couch that is, I have a love seat that's made from cane. And I had the couch itself that's made from cane as well. And the couch itself, I couldn't fit into this apartment. So the ex said I could keep it at his mama house, which, I did. So it's still there. So when I see them on the couch, I guess celebrating their engagement, I mean, they're sitting on my couch and he's wearing my head wrap. Like, I laugh at the whole thing because the whole thing just shows you how sloppy this was, right? But I don't know, when I was able to see them together, I didn't feel what I thought I would feel. Like, I needed a sense of closure. Somebody else would say, you don't need closure. Closure is what happened. Everybody needs something. You don't never know what's going to be that thing that makes you snap out of it. Sometimes you need some visual picture, a song you hear, a clothing item, I don't know, something that reminds you that, wait a second. When I saw the video, I felt great compassion for him because I knew that he hasn't fully closed that other door, just like I knew I wasn't crazy. And I can't tell you how I knew that from the video. Maybe it was them sitting on my couch, sitting on my couch at his mama house, you know what I'm saying, him wearing my head wrap. Like, maybe it was, I saw something in his face that knew that it wasn't a commitment in the face, what I realized when I watched that small video is that you don't know what other people are going through. We don't know what other people's childhood traumas or fears or desperation or hurt or pain. So many people do things for so many different reasons. In a lot of ways, it may even be sparked seemingly by you, but you didn't do that. Like, I didn't create that person. I'm not responsible for how that person reacts. It's the most freeing moment in that moment when you realize that in a lot of ways, this has nothing to do with you. Forgiving somebody, what they said, it's not for the other person, it's for yourself, right? And because you're the one that's living with the feelings of unforgiveness. Unforgiveness feelings it's pretty ugly, y'all. It's unhealthy, it's not good, and it's kind of like not necessary. You wouldn't want to leave this earth because of a feeling that you felt, or you felt hurt, or you felt slight by someone else. That someone else doing whatever they do is somehow going to affect you so much that it's going to mess up your emotional state. I don't know, it didn't make sense anymore to me. Nobody's doing anything to me. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. And then I really started getting deeper, like I started telling myself the truth about that person that's proposed to this woman on my couch. The whole thing is whack. Like, the whole thing I think first of all, I had to realize that I wasn't crazy. Like, why am I feeling these ways? But a lot of it really is this idea of ego, right? It's the idea that somebody has gotten something that you had, or that they get some part of this person that you never got. I, I know exactly what that is, and I know exactly what she's getting, and it's exactly what I had, and I didn't even want it then. I really didn't. It's just the truth. Like, it was what someone else does has nothing to do with you. You're not less beautiful. You're not less smart. It's none of those things. And I saw that as well. Was this other thing. I think we have this idea, when you're upset about something, that ego is so deep. They're going to make you be like, well, is it because she was pretty? No. I mean, honestly, like, I'm beautiful. And it's not just the outer beauty. It is a inner beauty that shines out. I really had to realize that, no, wait, you love yourself. Like, I love me. I love me. And let's just talk about this idea of mirror work, right? Because I had to pick up my books, Queen of Fools, Sacred Woman, and I was thinking a lot also about any book by Louise Hay, wonderful metaphysician, both of these ladies, right? And Louise Hay, she really, okay, and I opened up my Sacred Woman book, and I opened up to the page, random divination, and it was sacred beauty. It's very interesting. And that's all about that. I mean, that's where you're doing your mirror work. And then I thought about Louise Hay, who always says, if you really want to get a great effect, or you really want to get a benefit from your affirmations, a more powerful benefit, do it in the mirror. So I think a lot of us understand and know the power of mirror work. And when I look in the mirror, just on the strength, not only do I love myself, I approve of myself. I don't look in the mirror and say, oh, I wish my stomach was flat, or I wish my whatever butt was big, or I wish. No, I really love what I see. Because the eyes that I'm looking at or looking through is not. I'm 57, so, and I've done a certain amount of work, because you can still be 57 and not feel it. If anything, I got to give thanks. It's almost like, don't waste. You're so beautiful, ladies. You're so amazing. Like, don't waste. Don't let the fear or the hurt or the negativity or what you were told when you were young, don't do it. Don't let that distort what really is in that mirror. I mean, I'm blessed, and I thank my mom, and I don't know, I can't explain the gratefulness for my beauty. Yeah, I can't explain the gratefulness for the woman that's in that mirror. I like her. I love her, but I also like her. And I want us to hang out for a long time together. I feel good about myself. I feel good in my body. I love myself. So what somebody else does is no less, it's no really reflection on you at all. It makes you have compassion for the other person, because you can kind of almost see, like, it's not like they went somewhere that in your mind, when you're first having, you're hearing these things, or you're going through your hurt, your pain, you're comparing, you're thinking there's something over there that must be better, right? And then you look at this thing from new eyes, and you see, in all actuality, no, it's not. It's not better. It's not worse. It's nothing to do. It's two different. It's all these different versions of beauty, all these different versions of love, all these different versions of kind of caring for. And when you start looking through your spiritual eye, which is your first eye, right? Not the third. You start seeing other people. You can see, that's what being spiritual is. You can see other people. I can see him and see something that I know maybe someone else couldn't see. Somebody who felt neglected, somebody who felt not like that he didn't get attention, but his heart wasn't really in it. It was something else that needed to be fed from this. You don't know why when somebody goes out or somebody goes to get somebody else, when somebody else, there's a lot going on up there that has nothing to do with you. So then, because I can judge all day, but the fact is that is a human being having a human experience, and sometimes it's about that person usually. The first thing you got to realize is when something happens to you and you're affected by it, take a few minutes and say, what is happening here? What is affecting you? What is being engaged? What part is really hurt? And then the biggest question, is this really about you? I mean, what another person does, is that really about you? And if you look with your third eye or your first eye or that spiritual eye, you start seeing the little boy in the person. The little boy that wanted something that they felt like the other person wasn't giving them. The little boy who felt neglected but couldn't speak up and say it. The little boy that felt like he was discarded, that he was tossed to the side. You know, I remember something when I did talk to him, and he kept saying, well, the reason why I'm over here is because you didn't want me, and you didn't want to marry me, and you didn't. And it was a very much of a, somebody held in a lot of emotions for a long time and finally got to say it. So I'm going to go somewhere where somebody likes me more than I even like them. Somebody's going to give me more attention than you're going to give me. But it made me think when I thought about it, I mean, aren't we all in some ways reacting from the little kid that feels like they've been slighted? Like the little girl that breakup reminds her of all the breakups until it gets to the main breakup for her. That we're all just like that. The wound has never really, what you say, like healed. The wound itself, like it never heals. It's like we keep picking at the wound. We keep picking at the wound to the point it even leaves a scar. You can see it when you really open your eyes. You can see like the whole thing. Like there's almost like baby was hurting. Baby was hurting. Mommy, the love wasn't giving him those things because I couldn't give that anymore. It wasn't. It was what it was, and it had to be what it is. And I could not give those things, and that person went somewhere else where he could get it. But the energy, there wasn't the matching of energies. I saw it for myself. I was like, oh, this is, and I'm going to sit on her couch, and I'm going to wear her head wrap, and and I thought about the importance of closing the door. You know, through this process, I've gotten to talk to so many sisters. Oh my God, I want to love all of y'all because y'all reached out to me. Some people gave, one sister paid for a consultation as a therapist and said, no, I want to give you a session. You know, I had sisters be on the phone with me for 2 to 3 hours, right? 4 in some cases. Like the love and the soothing and the like it is. I mean, I had them hard, I had them come soft, I had them come high, I had them come low. Beautiful. And what I got from it was, of course, the idea of when you forgive or when you don't forgive, you're not doing anything to the other person. You're actually, hurting yourself. But also, if you could forgive with compassion, that's the other part of being an empath, right? Or being empathetic, right? You have that ability to see the hurt that somebody really is displaying. When you think like, how could that person do it to me? You have to say to yourself, no, they're doing it to themselves. There's an expression that they're trying to give you. They're expressing that you hurt me and I'm going to do the thing that hurts you the most. You made me mad and this person wants me more than you do. This person is acting like she wants me. You're not acting like that. You're sending me away. You're telling me to go over here. You're telling me, and that person was hurt. I get it now, y'all. A lot of times when I do something to you that think is horrible, they're hurt. And unfortunately, hurt people, right? But that's the thing. Like, if we don't do the healing work, if we really don't close the door, we're still in relationships now. On the last one, I promised that other one we walked through is not going to be very healthy. Because you don't want somebody, you wouldn't want a person coming to you who's really not over, whether it's the anger is still there, they felt neglected, they're coming to you for something that you obviously can't give them, because that inner nurturing can only be fulfilled with ourselves, to ourselves. I saw all of that, and that one little clip, I saw all of it, and I thought, it wasn't a clip that he posted, somebody else posted it, but I saw all of it, and I thought, oh my God, wait. Let me forgive him and set him free, which then sets me free. It was the way it happened was because that's a person that was in pain, and he wanted the pain to stop. And we've all done it. We've all done it. I'm just going to get somebody else because I'm mad at the other person. I'm going to get somebody else because the other person is not giving me what I want. The other person is neglecting me. The other person is ignoring me. The other person is not giving me what I want. So I'm going to go get it from this other person who's unsuspecting that this is just, it's almost, I mean, I understand a lot. I understand rebounds, and I understand that that's what I'm not trying to do. I think when I used to have breakups in the past when I was younger, and even up to my marriage, I too I wanted that hurt to go away. No matter if I initiated or the other person. Breaking up is hard to do, right? I wanted that hurt to go away. I wanted to not feel the pain. That a lot of you were very uncomfortable with my pain, but that's the way to heal. The other way is I want to not feel my pain, so let's smoke weed, or let's drink, or let's party, or let's eat a lot of food, or worse, let's get with somebody else. So I don't have to feel the pain. Let me hurry up and get somebody else, and let me get with somebody else that either seems like they like me more than I like them, or worse, that don't like me at all. So now there's no feelings. I don't want to feel. That's what people, I don't want to feel. And I want to thank you, Ronay, for getting them out. Thank you. I don't want to feel. I don't want to feel. I don't want to feel. I don't want to. That's how, when you ask, how could they go? You go, oh, how could they go to another person? A man could ask this too, as a woman, so fast, because they were hurt. And they didn't want to be hurt. They want to not feel that pain. And a lot of you, when I was feeling pain, like, I know you didn't want me to feel the pain, but you really, I was just reflecting your own deep pain. The sadness of me being sad is you going to a place where you have not reconciled that sadness within yourself. You have not allowed yourself to go through the sadness to get to the goodness, to get to the happiness, to get to the transformation. I always tell you, if you ever had a baby, you would know that, and especially if you had the baby naturally, the pain before the baby is birthed or born, oh my God. But the joy from it is the ultimate. There's nothing greater than seeing life come from life. And we really miss out on a lot when we don't allow ourselves to go. Yes, don't stay there for long, but at the same time, you might have to stay there as long as you need to, as long as you understand that this is for transformational purposes. This is the fire that you're going through, and I am a triple fire sign. I needed that pain. I asked you all the time, like, let me have this for a minute, because beautiful things was birthed from that pain. And then it allowed me to start, and like, it gave me the time to realize, okay, so what is the pain from? What am I really feeling? What am I hurt? But when I saw that thing, because my thing was, how could they? I mean, like, we wasn't broken up like that yet, and da-da-da-da, but they were not either. They just went somewhere where somebody else could give them something that they didn't have. that they couldn't get, that was waning between us. And it's no different than what we all do. We, like I said, some of us, let's get another guy. Let's get high. Like, let's do anything to not, again, let's do anything to not feel this pain. And I thought about, when I say I look in the mirror and I saw beauty, was I realized that, wow, for me to actually go through the pain, because I could have did the same thing. I could have been like, well, let me go grab some other person. Let me go drown myself. Let me go travel and forget. Let me go, whatever it is. But I didn't do that. I'm fasting basically, right? I have these, if you want to call them 2 meals a day, they're not really that. And they're raw. They're fruit and they're vegetables. I'm drinking coconut water. Sometimes I get sleep, sometimes I don't. I was really moving and allowed. It's almost like people say, oh, you should dance, you should dance. That was a dance. I wasn't holding back. If it's sad, I'm moving over here. If it's jealousy or envy that I think, let me move to those feelings. If it's betrayal that I feel, let me move to those feelings. And let me do it sober. Let me do it with my eyes wide open. Let me do it fully awake. And then go deeper. Let me do it in front of my community. I saw something in that video, and it was clearly this other person is I remember things he said. He's like, I feel like you're not making room for me in your life. I feel like you're moving me out. That was the last words that when he left from the Volta. Because it was a very much image of the person wanting him more and putting more on it. And he was trying, like, yes, I'm in this. Yes, I'm devoted. But I know there was none of that. It was, I want to fill this void. And do you remember before I left for the Volta, I kept saying, yo, I'm in the void. Not quite where I used to be, not quite where I'm going. I'm in the void. Nothing excites me. I didn't understand even the void. This is the new level of understanding in the void. This new level of understanding was, yes, and the void is so freaking uncomfortable, but sit there and feel it. Because if you don't, you're going to grab, you're going to get, and you're going to put other people in something that you are not finished with. Other people in something that you have not reconciled. And this is the importance of doing the work is not just so that you can go on to a better relationship eventually, but because so that you don't pull other people in the fact that you're not really ready. I saw that. I had compassion for the young lady because I realized this man is not finished. He didn't just, it's over and he can walk away, but that work that needs to be done. And if we don't do it as humans, we're going to keep hurting other humans. That's the compassionate part. The compassionate part for me is let me do my work. Let me do my inner work. Let me do my releasing work, because I really don't want to hurt another person. They're going to think I'm so into them, but the fact is I'm hurting. Because I didn't have that, or the other person left, or the other person died, or the other person, however, the other person abandoned me, the other person, I'm still in love, or I want to go into the next one knowing that I am really healed. Just so that I'm not hurting another person, although we all have contracts because the other person is an illusion too. We're all meeting our reflections of ourselves. The other person is, I don't even know this person. I just met this person, and yet I'm willing to give up everything to be with this person that I don't know. I want us to heal. Like, I realized that what a beautiful world it would be of healed people. People that willing to sit in the pain, people that are willing to be uncomfortable, people that are willing to be in the void, people that can say, I can't, if I didn't get something from my mother emotionally, right? Then constantly I'm going to keep trying to get that feeling that I didn't get from my mom from another person. And I'll never ever get the other person will never be able to give me that feeling because it's not the person that I need the feeling from. It's not the person that didn't give it to me in the first place. I got to go heal that thing that I didn't get from my mom. or my dad or my teacher or whatever that authority figure was. You can kind of see it now. You can see how it plays out in others. My mind was, how could the person so fast? They did not. The whole metaphor, sitting on my couch, wearing my head wrap, the whole something in the eyes wasn't there. The whole, I'm gonna make myself into this. I'm gonna make myself like this because I'm hurt. I'm hurting and I don't want to hurt. I want somebody to make the pain go away. I know because I've been there. I'm proud of myself. Like I'm happy with myself that I did not medicate. I didn't medicate. I didn't medicate on TV. I didn't medicate on YouTube. I didn't medicate on trying to read a book. So many things she would say, well, do this instead. Well, don't think about it. Well, no, do it and think about it and go through it. Yes, have a community of people that can hold you. What I learned the most is, sisters, experience the pain instead of trying to numb it. Because you just gonna mess up. So if we talk about relationships, you just gonna mess up somebody else's son. That's probably messed up if he was attracted to you anyway, because he's attracted to you in that state. I think it's very important as we're approaching new relationships to understand where the person that we think is the object of our desire, like where's that person coming from? What was your last relationship? When did y'all break up? How serious was it? Are you over it? These are valid questions that a lot of times women don't ask because we know the answers. But we want to fill a space within ourselves. We want to believe in this fantasy. Those things will hurt us more. We know that down the road this is probably not going to end very well because it didn't start very well. On a spiritual level, I'm very much into those peaceful endings begets peaceful beginnings. It's so true. But I was thinking it was these things. This was done to me. This is doing to me. No, he's doing to himself. Can you imagine not fully closing the door, not fully being over another person? But you could imagine because most of us have done it. I don't want to feel the pain. I don't want to deal with the pain. I don't want to feel what's wrong. I feel like we are going to start moving into having these higher relationships even as we're releasing them, so that we can release ourselves to a world that is whole and complete, because that's what we feel in ourselves. This is a video about doing the work. This is a video about going through the pain. This is a video about not numbing yourself. This is a video about not rushing the process, because someone else is going to get hurt. I saw it. I saw the whole, and it was closure for me. It was like, this is not about you. This is not about what someone has done to you or did not do to you. This is about that person trying to find something that can fill that space. He wants to feel something that somebody, even like I said, loves him more than he loves them, or adores him more than he adores them. Honey, that third eye. So I forgive. I want to live. I want to love again one day. But I know that takes time. I know that is not something like at this state I wouldn't even think about dating anyone. Like that would be unfair to the other person. Do you see what I'm saying? The same thing I wouldn't want somebody to do to me, I don't want to do to somebody else. Excuse me. There is a discovery that is still going on, y'all. There is a growth in me. There is a new me emerging, and I set her free. I'm sorry, I'm emotional because I know now what the affirmation really means. There's this new me, and to walk away, yes, is a sad thing, but I could walk away and then to the same thing that I'm going to meet that same thing again. Or I'm going to be the person that I thought the other person was to someone else. I don't want to do it. I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to keep not fixing myself or not looking at myself after the relationship breaks up and just continually moving, going, or worse. Don't literally go into another relationship but never get over that. And I want you ladies to know, men do the same, do it just as much as women. I'm going to say maybe even more. Because they don't have those circles that they can go to and say, you know, this woman, I love her, or this woman doesn't seem like she wants me, or she's pushing me out, or she's, nobody, especially in a society, African society, and that could be African American, African Caribbean, like I think it goes, but especially African society where you can't express to them, you are hurting from one woman, you just go get you another one. And then you start realizing, you start really seeing when it may not, the physicality are kind of look alike. The energy of the other person, like it's kind of a lot like you. You're not quite over it. You haven't closed the door. You haven't done the work. I'm finally doing the work. Like I know where I can tell you from my ex-husband, I thought I didn't even think I processed it, that's a lie. I traveled and then I picked up somebody else. And that was the craziest. There was some fun, but my God, we could have skipped that whole damn thing because it was somebody who was desperately hurt and jealous and very possessive because the person was afraid because people always leave this person. So the person wanted to hold on tight. And I felt neglected. I felt a lot of times you go through divorce that, in a sense, you go through a lot of different things. Other than is the person didn't fight enough, the person didn't try enough, the person didn't, so look at this person. I know that feeling, so I found somebody who's going to love me. He's going to love me so much he won't let me go. And oh my God, that was a definite be careful what you ask for moment. But I know why I attracted Jesus. That I felt so not wanted. And I wanted somebody to want me more than I wanted them. You're going to love me more than I loved you. You're going to put more. And it was a nightmare. And I'm telling you, I see this when I saw that video. It was like, she loves me more than you. She thinks I'm special. I know that. And God dang it, be careful what you ask for. The work is so important, but the work of our brothers, and I can't do nothing about that brother work. I'm a sister, and that's not for me to do. I'm healing myself every day. But the work of us as a human species, like we have to stop doing that to each other and figure out. It would be better for us to work it out, meaning to release and to talk about the feelings and then say, I'm not going to go into somebody else's life and hurt them because I'm hurt. The pain was me not putting the pain on someone else. Me feeling with the pain was so that someone else didn't have to feel my pain. That I didn't have to bring my pain, my wounds. So they say, the bag lady, right? The suitcase packed with all this pain, and I'm going to drag it over to your house. I'm going to put it up in your house. Y'all sitting on my couch wearing my hair wrap, and the whole pic, there was so much metaphor. There was so much symbols, and I got it, and I was freed. And I made me feel good about doing the work that I know many have been very uncomfortable with because you love me, you don't want to see me hurt. No, what you don't want to see me is to be fake and say, I'm so okay, look, I have another person. I'm so okay, I'm just keeping going. No, it was beautiful to not be okay. Because now that pain on that level, I don't feel it. I needed that to understand. My question could be, how could they? Actually, they really can't. But how could they was the motivation of not wanting to feel the pain will make you do some very interesting things, won't it? And really, that's more dangerous, those things, if you go into drugs, if you go into alcohol, if you go into overeating, right? If you go into other relationships. That we should be cautioning somebody and saying, don't do that. Feel the pain instead. But a lot of times when somebody is actually going through the pain, I know we're scared, we're not sure which way they're going to go. We say, I don't want you to be in pain. Let it go, like it's the easiest thing to do. Come out of it. Do something else. But the body is, and the mind and the spirit and the soul is saying, no, this is called soul work. Do the soul work. You're right. because I do this video because somebody is going to go through something that's going to so-called break their heart. And they're going to go through all these means, and they're going to try to do all these things, even on a spiritual level. And instead of just knowing that we say that the body heals itself. The spirit heals itself too. All we have to do is get out the way. When we're doing a body heals ourselves, and let's say we're in some disease state, right? And we said, okay, I'm going to do a detox, I'm going to do a fast. A lot of times as you're doing that detox and that fast, you might vomit, you might be so tired because the toxins are leaving your body. You may experience what people will call a healing crisis. It feels like you got a cold, a flu, headaches, mucus coming out of all parts of your body, breakout skin eruptions, right? But even though it don't look good right now, you don't even feel good right now, you know that good is on the other side. And there's no other thing you can do but go through it. So me having that pain and feeling that pain, that was the best thing, because I see the other side. I was that person. I know what the brother's going through. I did that. I know that one. I'm going to find somebody else, because I did it with this fool. I found somebody, all right. And he loved me more. He was nuts. Absolutely nuts. And I said, oh, wait a second. You better do the work next time. This is not good. Do the work, Queen. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the work. And I'm forgiving. And I forgive that I didn't, it's not because, oh my God, the love was there, but something, this is a way, an expression that I can't come out yet, but it'll come out in itself, and it'll come out naturally. Let's see who's on today. And thank you, Renee. You doing the job today. Dan says, hey, you look beautiful. Thank you. I feel really good. Where did you see the visit? Is it on his Facebook? Sis, I'm not doing all that. It's not on his Facebook. It's not on his Facebook. I'm not doing all that. We're not going with the vid. Why do you like to do that? Why do you like to see that? We just sharing a story. Don't do that. We are forgiving, we are moving on, we are letting go. What is the purpose of that? There's no purpose to that. Don't do that. This is not some spectator, and let's go see, why are you investing in that? It's like gossiping. You don't want to do that. It's somebody else's business. It's not even yours, to be honest. What are you going to do with that information? Why do you want to see that? Queen, you got to do your work. I know you hurting inside because you told me, but you got to do your work. That's just going to trigger you too. You have to forgive. You have to let go. You have to go through the pain. You have to sit with it, and then sit with it knowing that you're coming through it. Look at it, right? In your journey, whatever it is, but why would you want to see that? What does that have to do with you? When I think about these things. You spoke on finding your joy. Please watch your video titled, Do You Excite Yourself? 6 years ago, it helped me majorly. Oh, thank you. I will. I often don't, but you know what? Somebody has to actually send it to me, because I don't usually go back to watch things unless they come up. But I thank you for that. Nah, says, yes, you are beautiful, but take care of yourself. Yes, absolutely. Natasha says, Spirit told me to share that with you. It will be healing to see yourself and be reminded of your joy. Send Kofa back, Queen. I hear all of y'all. But your joy, the joy you had is not the joy you're going to have. Do you understand, y'all? We don't have to go back to get the joy. The joy is always there waiting. The joy comes after the pain. What makes y'all so uncomfortable with the pain? You don't believe that there's more joy than you had before? You don't believe that you can have joy after the pain? Do you have to go back to when you remember joy? Joy is not, it didn't go anywhere. Joy is still within. And joy is waiting to come out. Joy comes from discovery. It's not, I can watch somebody, you could be really sad going through something. Somebody say, watch funny movies, watch funny movies. You won't even laugh. It has to be the process of moving through the pain to get to the joy. You don't, so there's no beauty that comes from the pain. Y'all been watching the videos with me. Y'all wouldn't be so tuned in if you didn't feel like there was something I got today. There was some words that she said in that 1 hour and sometimes 2 hour videos. There was something I'm seeing inside of her. There's a lightness, a youthfulness, a beauty. You don't see the beauty? I'm not talking about the physical. Look closer. You don't see something deeper or transformative? It's deep. I really see it. Since I've seen her in pain, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I want her to go back and be joyful again. I thank y'all for that. But this path, listen, what I'm saying to you is, and now maybe I said more, so why rush it if it's not real? You should be concerned if I'm telling you I'm drinking every single night, y'all. I smoke weed every single day, y'all. I'm eating every kind of food, y'all. I'm having sex and I'm just meeting people and I'm dating. Then you should be, that should be like, okay, sis, feel the pain. But it's okay, I understand. Like, share, and subscribe. Hey, Nandi, good morning. You are beautiful. Thank you, Marie. Hey, AJ. Hey. Okay, you're Indian. Well, welcome. Greetings from Florida. Okay. Thank you for saying sit with the pain. I overeat instead. Wish I can change that. I thank you for getting that. I thank you for that. That's a hard one for my people right now. I can see it. They don't want sit, run, go back, look at a video. Like that's gonna spark something. It's not going to take, what's going to take away is to go through it. And you're not even seeing and it's okay. I thank you. I thank you. I've been wondering what you've been up to since Howard. Okay, here we go. Let's see. The joy God brings in the darkness is indescribable. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's indescribable. You got it. Shep, you got it. It's indescribable. When people hear the dark night of the soul, they think it's only that one night. They don't know that the dark night of the soul could last for 2 years in some cases. Don't rush it, y'all. Yes. How do you just let go where you have really when you really work towards it? So I love this question. How do you just let go where you have really worked towards it? I feel like, when you go to work or your job, you don't expect to be at that job forever, do you? Everything you put in, you don't say when you end the job. I mean, you might say, but I put in all this work. What do you mean? You mean I put in all this work and I felt like I didn't get anything? But you did get so much from the relationship ending. Putting in work doesn't guarantee you're always going to have that job. The universe wants to give you more jobs to have and more work to put in, because the work is about how you can grow. Working is supposed to make you a better craftsperson. It's supposed to make you better at that thing that you do. And once you master the thing, which is, other words, once you get the lessons, once you go to the spiritual place that you were supposed to go to, then the universe says, this is enough. And then you get to sit, and that's really the hard part. Being in a relationship, even though sometimes it's bad, it's easier than sitting back and seeing why I'm in a relationship that's bad, or what went wrong. Most people don't want to do that work. You see everybody here, they want me to stop being sad. Go back to when you were happy. Look at videos that's not understanding. It don't work like that. The fear of what this thing is, it's almost like, well, I mean, to the late great ancestor Frankie Beverly, joy and pain. It's like sunshine and rain. Like, we're not really getting that song. That song is saying this pain is part of the joy. Pain is the other side of joy. And this is what he's saying, right? And joy is the other side of pain. And as much as we want joy, it's pain and getting through it that can take us there. What about all the Negro spirituals? It's the rejoicing through the suffering. The suffering is going to get us to this place of jubilee, of joy. The Buddhists talk about the suffering that we want. We suffer because we want life to be as it is not. This is what it is. Experience the suffering. And because what happens is the veil lifts and the truth comes there. The truth is actually in the pain. The pain is caused because you don't want to see the truth, because you want to be in the illusion. So let's hurry it up, please. It's like a person that says, okay, I'm going to go to therapy. I want to know how many weeks is it going to take before I start feeling better. Now, no therapist will ever be able to give you a definitive answer, and you know it. This is not a cut, and once you get the cut, the doctor can estimate when. You know when you'll heal? When you actually want to see the truth, when you're not numbing the pain. We can tell. Okay, KJ, we can tell. Doctor says, no, I'm not speaking on looking back on old joy. The video I'm referring to, discovering current joy and creating more joy. Okay, I will look at it, but I often don't. I love it, and I understand it's inspirational. Let me say this. A lot of people have sent me a lot of videos about just in general, or like music, or things that's supposed to uplift me. The best thing that's been uplifting me is me going through the process. Other stuff, some of it I watch, it's just talk. It's not sinking in, because they give it to me because they want me to be okay, because it really makes them feel uncomfortable. But you should allow that uncomfortable feeling. You should sit here right now and be like, why do I feel so uncomfortable that I gotta make her remember something that she ain't right, she's not there. But I can see her getting there. She's talking about forgiveness. She's actually seeing the truth. I want to experience it. You know, remember I did a video yesterday and I had said that I'm not taking down videos anymore, that if I say it, I say it. People be scared of me, be like, I think, maybe you take down the video. There's a part of me that's like, no, I'm not going to take down the videos. I'm not going to feel healed before I get there. Let me tell you what that road, you don't want to go down that road. I think I'm healed. Okay, Queen of Force, second woman. Her, most likely mine's relationships. Her did the work for 7 months. Let me tell you, about 7 months. Oh my God, you're glowing. You're looking amazingly beautiful. At this point, you probably have fasted. You probably getting up at 4. At those times, you're doing sea salt baths. You chanting. You calling up the ancestors. So you are looking. I mean, if you went by a look, you are looking like you are healed. And so, of course, those things that you have done in those 7 months is definitely going to raise the vibratory frequency. Raising doesn't mean you're at your highest vibratory frequency. It just means you're better than you were before. Raise your hand, anybody, if it's ever happened to you, because I know it did. And you think you're, well, I am healed, and there he comes. The next one. They must be the one, because you did this work, that you must be healed, because look at this thing that's coming. As Esther said, different face, different place. Same person, same thing that you didn't heal. Sometimes it'll come worse. Sometimes too, you do this work, maybe it's a year, you figure it's a year, I've been devoted, I'm sacred woman every day. Now you get somebody and they're broken, but you're a sacred woman. You go, well, I'm healed enough to even heal someone else. Honey, and you realize some point, you'll get so broken from that, thinking you're healed before your time and trying to go out in the world as this person that's healed before their time, but not, that you will really see how deeply this thing that you still don't want to look at. You could do the rituals and not do the work. Let me say it again. Somebody write this one down. You could do the ritual and still don't do the work. You could do the rituals and still have not done the work. You have to do the work. You have to feel the pain that comes from the detoxification of the falsities and the illusions. You have to understand why you were even holding on to those. You have to be gentle with yourself. You didn't want to feel the pain. That's why I didn't address that. That's why I let those red flags go, because I knew I would feel pain. But now you're here naked and stripped, and now you really have to feel the pain. Only now you got to be naked when you feel the pain. But I had no idea that a lot of us probably, we have to really find or attract the right, let me say, community that is comfortable with a black woman feeling pain. See, what I see, I know you're seeing the sad eyes. When I hear myself, I'm hearing something you quite not. And maybe I'm the only one that has to hear it. I'm seeing something with all of this, and I say it in every video, but I guess it's not penetrating. I don't see this uncomfortableness you'll see. I see this beauty, and I don't mean physical. I see this woman is working it out. This woman is still, this gems, and she's still, there's something I can extrapolate. There's something that she's doing that I love. Allow yourself to love the process. Even if you can't do it for yourself, allow me to do it. It's a thing, isn't it? Indeed, they're so healing. Thank you, Cedra. Okay, from Seoul, Korea. Welcome, Joseph. Joseph, thanks you so much. You're welcome. I don't see what y'all see. And thank God. I know I had my sister call me, you're hurting, and it made me hurt. I got mad because you're hurting. No, rejoice because I'm expressing the hurt. Rejoice because I'm doing the work and the hurting. Rejoice because hurting is a part of life. Frankie Beverly said, joy and pain is like sunshine and rain. And when you can love the sunshine or the rain as much as the sunshine, or if you can understand that with sunshine there will come rain, damn, that's another level. When you can break down and see that what the other person was feeling, and you can have compassion, and then you can work on moving into forgiveness, is that not the healing? You know what the incredible thing? A black woman cannot have pain. And that's why it's so expressed so negatively, because no one will allow her to feel it. The funniest part, it's only been 21 days, so I should have it together by now. This is what y'all saying when y'all say this. It's been 21 days. 21 days. You're black. Black people don't get to stay in that. That's not good. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve the process. You should be better now because you got to get back to work. You should be happy now because we need you to be happy because we are living off what you're feeling. You should be better because you know you got to take care of all those women. You know we're out here. We need you to be happy because right now, when you're sad, we're not feeling good, and we only came to feel good, and you're not doing your job, black woman, we don't want you to go through the pain, because if you go through the pain, then I have to go through the pain. And if you look at yourself, then I have to look at myself. If you do the work, then I have to do the work. And I don't want to do the work. So when you come on happy and joyful, it makes me not have to do the work. But if you come real, if you're going to different metaphysical levels, if you're diving into different religions or belief systems, or yes, if you're doing that, if you're extrapolating and saying these amazingly profound stuff, I can't get with that because I want to ignore that I'm in pain. And see, you, Lisa Marie, you're not just bringing up the new pain. You are going back and bringing up all my own pain, and I just want to put a Band-Aid on the wound. I don't want you going inside my wound and telling me that there is still pus inside of there. I don't want you to do that, Lisa Marie. I don't want you to let make me understand that I still bleed, that I am not as strong as I thought I was. I don't want that, Lisa Marie. I need you to snap out of this, Lisa Marie, because you are making me feel so uncomfortable. Now, the other one, I want to look at the pain. I want to see the pain. I want to see the video because this is the gossip time. Let's get into the soap opera. Boom, it's the black woman feeling pain. Oh, no, shame on you. You know you can't be out here. White people is looking. white people is looking at you being pain, and it's embarrassing for all of us black girls who suffer through the pain, because that's what we're supposed to do. No, matter of fact, we're not even supposed to suffer through the pain. We're supposed to numb it, dumb it, fuck it. We're supposed to do whatever we can do. We're supposed to stay in it, look at the drama, not see it. Stay. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Snap out of it. This is the work. What other work is there? You want the joy without the pain? You want the sunshine without the rain? I can't help you. I can't help you. I'm sorry. I can't do it for you. I can't do nothing for you, man. I'm busy trying to do for me. I can't do nothing for you. But it's amazing how so many people have expressed to me, like, you're in pain. Shouldn't be in pain. Somebody said, forget about it. Just forget the whole thing. Oh, does it work like it? What do I need to do to forget? Because I don't think I ever forgot. If I go through it, then I know I go through it. But if I act like I'm not going through it, and then I just don't see why y'all don't see the movement of trajectory, or just a forward trajectory. I don't see why you don't see it. And then if Sarah keeps saying, it's not for them to see, honey, do you? And they'll get it or they won't. You ain't here for them. There's not a video I ever did before that's going to take me from where I am now, because I'm going through it in the way that I'm doing. I feel like I'm doing it the right way. 3 weeks, a black woman should be, so wait, it's 3 weeks. Y'all comfortable in 3 weeks? Come on, y'all. My God, I feel like this is such a bigger conversation about being uncomfortable with seeing a black woman express her pain. So I said, well, why, what do you sad about? And I understand that to dig. It's like, what do you really, okay, because right now we're uncomfortable and we need you back to where you were. It's actually kind of cruel. And I lost quite a few people on that last one. Sorry, not sorry. Y'all be all right. Y'all be all right. All right, y'all. It was fun. It was fun. It was fun. You know, I always say this because I've been doing this for a lot of years on YouTube. The ones that get it, get it. There's somebody, and I know that, and they may write me later, they may send me an email, and they're going to be like, I see you, sis. I really see the coming forth by day. Something like that. And I'm going to say by day, I see the coming forth. I see it. We talked about forgiveness. Forgiveness is a beautiful, amazing, and wonderful thing. We talk about understanding the other person, because you're thinking somebody did something to you, and how could they do this to you? No, they were doing things for themselves to make themselves feel better. They too did not want to feel the pain. And I understood that because I've been there. And I gave you the example of the Dominican guy and boy, oh boy, whew, I always say, ooh, when I got in that one, I was a lesson. You are beautiful. Your husband is very lucky. Thank you, Jed Knight. I appreciate that. Jedi. I appreciate that. My husband, wherever he is. Honey. I would love to tell you more that I did, but I will share that in a master class about a list that I made and a whole bit. Yes, feel the pain. Yes. Hey, day homie, good to see you. Hey, Coco. How are you? You call me the homie. Are you a sister that stayed with me in Ghana? Because I don't know. Or I know the Coco 007, but you call me the homie, so I'm wondering. When people call me the homie, it's usually a period in my life that I was in, and then I knew him, I kind of know him in a different way. So anyway, how are you? I hope you're well. I'm good. I'm great. So key points, because I got to help y'all out. Key points I want you to extrapolate from this video. The idea of understanding why the other person is doing what they did, because sometimes that's your biggest question. Seeing with compassion, and also your first eye as opposed to these. We talked about the idea of forgiveness and the beauty of that and how that frees you. And we also talked about the idea of let a black woman do you want me to numb it so that we can get back to making you feel comfortable? You got to stop it. We got to stop this thing. We got to stop it. We want to be the soft life. We want this soft landing. We want this divine feminine energy. And when divine feminine energy shows up as something real, and the thing is, for y'all not to see the movement in it, it's kind of like, okay, what am I doing? Like, should I? And the Spirit's like, don't take that on. Spirit is telling me now, you actually are actually doing the work, because if it's making people feel this way, then you're actually doing the work. You're actually doing the work. And thank you, Renee. Renee, you are working it out. There's one more, though. We'll get it out. You are working it out. You are doing great, and I appreciate you so much, because it allows me to flow. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I do. I really do. And I see we need a lot of, we need some courses. We need some deep diving. We need all of those things. Like, I don't know. Let me tell you, I love all these colors, don't y'all? It's beautiful. Let me tell you what I see. We talk about mirror work. When I look in the mirror, my God, if this is pain, I'm here for it. If this kind of light can shine through, oh my God, I'm here for it. This is the beauty that I tried to get. This is the beauty that I painted myself to be. This is the beauty that I would present to the world, and I had to do a lot to get there, but it wasn't there. To be able to wake up and to go through pain and feel this good at the same time, isn't that deep? You don't think there's a beauty in that you can actually look better, look younger? Because you're releasing. You're releasing. The tears are the rivers that flow. It's the ocean that we bathe in to release the toxins and the sadness. The tears have the salt in it, just like the ocean does. Don't y'all get it? Is this too poetic? You're releasing. You have to say it. I release. I get the picture. Yeah. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Oh, black women. It's like now I have compassion for us. We have to learn how to deal with the pain so that we can help our daughters move through it as well. We can help our daughters not medicate and pretend and not be messy. Oh my God. Woo. Okay, I love y'all. I love you very much. I'm gonna go now because I did my laundry, and now I got to put my laundry away. Y'all, having clean laundry always make me feel better. I think I'm gonna go on the other channel. We'll try this again tomorrow. It is okay. It's okay, ladies. I love y'all so. I love y'all more because I'm just like, oh my God, like, don't be sad. She's it's the eyes. The eyes are sad. Yeah, but I don't even feel that sad. I don't feel as sad as I felt 3 weeks ago. But I think the thing that I think I'm the most amazed is this idea that it should be finished by now. It's been 3 whole weeks, 21 days. We got work to do. Thanks for sharing. You are very welcome. You are very welcome. All right, y'all. I'm going to go have some coconut water. And I'm going to go lay out. And I'm going to go sit in silence and rejoice. I'll see you on the next one. Peace and love.